Hello all and welcome to your favorite ma'am. Today we will be talking about weather, climate and adaptations of animals to climate. It is a very interesting topic and I am sure you are eager to know more about it. So let's move forward. Sun plays a major role in the climatic change. The energy coming from the sun changes day to day. And so, the uneven heating of the Earth's surface is responsible for weather changes. The sun's heat moves the clouds and forms the wind. Similarly, the evaporation of water makes the clouds which condense and form rain. So all in all, we can say that all the changes in the weather is caused by the sun. So what is weather? To define that, let me start with an example. You must have noticed that sometimes it is more warm or more humid or more cloudy, or by the end of the day it is more windy, and the other day it is foggy in the morning and it rains with thunderstorm in the afternoon, and then it becomes clear and sunny right after that. These are the conditions that depict the weather of that place. So to define weather, it is the day-to-day conditions of the atmosphere at a place with respect to temperature, humidity, rainfall, wind speed, etc. at that place. So the words like temperature, humidity, rainfall, wind speed are also called the elements of weather because they help us in defining the weather of that place. Weather can vary over a very short period of time as well. For example, it gets sometimes sunny in the morning and then it rains heavily in the afternoon. And similarly, by the end of the day, the skies are clear. So weather can change over a very short period of time. So let me show you some things that define the weather of a particular place. For example, it can be the wind, which defines the weather, like it is very windy right now, or it's the rain. Sometimes the weather is sunny and sometimes the weather is cloudy. Sometimes it's raining hailstorm and sometimes there is fog. Sometimes there is thunder and lightning and many other things that define the weather of a particular place. So who studies weather? Meteorology is the study of atmosphere and a person who studies the weather is known as a meteorologist. These meteorologists use data from the various satellites and later technological softwares to predict the weather and make weather predictions. So this is how the weather prediction for a particular place looks like. For example, it shows that the weather for this day in New Delhi will be sunny, and on Saturday it shows that it will be rainy. On Sunday again it will be cloudy with sun coming in and out. On Monday it will be raining again. Tuesday there will be light rain and Wednesday it will be cloudy. So the weather is generally not the same on any 2 days, and there's a lot of change in the weather over weeks and months. Now if you also notice that the temperature is 24 degree on a particular day and then it goes on to change to 20 degree and 22 degree, on Tuesday it becomes 23 degree and Wednesdays the temperature dropped to 18 degrees. So the temperature of our atmosphere is also changing every day and it is not constant. So this depicts the weather of a particular place. So I hope I was able to make you understand what a weather is. Now moving on to climate. Climate is the average weather pattern taken over a very long period of time at a particular place. So if a particular weather stays as a place for a very long period of time, that defines the climate of that place. For example, Kerala. Kerala has a temperature of very high degrees and on most of the days there is more rainfall. So we can say that the climate of Kerala is hot and wet. Similarly, Rajasthan, the climate is hot and dry. Why? It is hot because most of the days the place is very hot and there is almost to nil rainfall. So it is very dry. So the climate of Rajasthan is hot and dry. Coming on to northeast India, there's a lot of rainfall there. So the climate for northeast India will be called wet. And then in Jammu and Kashmir, the climate is moderately hot in summers, and in winters, since it is usually extremely cold, it is wet. So these examples may help you define the climate of a particular place. Now you must have noticed that in the weather prediction, it shows the maximum and minimum temperature of the day. But what is temperature? Temperature is a measure of hotness or coldness of an object. So the maximum temperature of the day occurs in the afternoon and the minimum temperature of the day occurs early in the morning. There are special thermometers that are used to measure minimum and maximum temperatures for the day. So what is humidity? Humidity refers to the amount of water vapor present in the air. For example, sometimes we say it is very humid. That basically means that the amount of water vapor present in the air is very high. But how do we know it is very high? We measured it. It is measured by a device called hygrometer. The greater the humidity, the greater the chances of rain. So rainfall is measured by an instrument called rain gauge. It is basically a measuring cylinder with a funnel on top to collect rainwater, and then we measure the rainfall. Animals easily adapt and survive in the weather and climatic conditions in which they live. Those animals which live in very cold and hot climate have special features to protect themselves against the cold or hot weather. Suitable features and habits help these animals to adapt to their surrounding. Hence, adaptation can be defined as the process of change by which an organism or species become better suited to its environment. Organisms living in extremely hot like tropical rainforest or extremely cold areas like polar regions have special features that protect them from the harsh weather conditions. The climate of polar regions is extreme. It is always covered with snow. Sun does not rise or set for almost 6 months, and the temperature go as low as minus 37 degrees. Only few animals like polar bear, penguins, reindeers, foxes, etc. survive here. Some adaptations that has helped polar bear to survive the weather conditions are they have white fur, so they are not easily visible in the snow and helps them in catching their prey. Also, they have 2 layers of furs to protect them from extreme cold climate. Also, they have a layer of fat under the skin which also protects them from the cold. Their paws are wide and large, which makes them to walk on snow and to swim in water. They also have a strong sense of smell, which help them to catch their prey. There are many adaptations that have helped penguins to survive the climatic conditions they live in. Firstly, they have white colored body so that they are not easily visible in the snow. Also, they have a thick skin and a lot of fat underneath to protect them from cold. They usually huddle together to keep them warm. Also, they have a streamlined body and webbed feet which help them to be a good swimmers in water. Heavy and solid bones make penguin heavier and to help them dive underwater for food as well. There are many birds that must keep their body warm to survive in the winter season. So during winters, they migrate to far away warmer places. Migration basically means seasonal movement of animals from one region to another to escape harsh weather conditions. Siberian crane is one of such birds that comes to places in India like Bharatpur in Rajasthan and Sultanpur in Haryana to escape the harsh winters in Siberia. The tropical regions, on the other hand, have a hot climate because of its locations around the equator. The minimum temperature is more than 15 degrees during cold winter and maximum temperature is more than 40 degrees during hot summers. The days and nights are almost of equal length. These regions also have plenty of rainfall. The common animals found in tropical climate are monkeys, apes, gorillas, lions, tigers, elephants, leopards, snakes, lizards, many insects and birds, etc. The red-eyed frog, which is found in the tropical region, mostly live on the trees. It has sticky pads on its feet which helps it to climb the trees. Monkeys also live on trees and they have long tails for grasping branches. Their hands and feet also help them to hold on to branches or jump from one tree to another. Toucan is a very interesting bird found in the tropical regions and they have a long large beak which helps them to reach the fruits on the branches. Some big cats like lions and tigers have thick and brown skin which help them to camouflage themselves easily in the forest and wait for their prey. They also have sensitive hearing and a very sharp eyesight which help them to protect them from predators and to catch their prey. Lion-tailed macaque or beard ape are a type of monkey which has a long face and cheek pouches for holding food. They can be distinguished with a silver-white mane around their face. They are very good climbers and they mostly feed on fruits, leaves, stems, flowers, buds and insects which they get from the trees itself, so they rarely come down on the ground. Elephant, on the other hand, has a very long trunk which it uses as nose and for picking up food. Elephant also has a very strong sense of smell. The tusks are the modified teeth which helps it to tear barks of the trees to eat. Its large ears help it to hear even soft sounds, and it also helps it to cool itself in the hot climate. With this, we have completed all about weather, climate, and adaptations of animals to climate. If you liked the video, go ahead and press the like button and leave a comment. Don't forget to share and subscribe the channel for more interesting videos like this. Thank you.